Alright guys, so today I'm showing you an exact 45-minute workout you can do to improve your pectus excavatum and rib flare. First exercise, the inverted rows. I want you to think about pushing your pectus forward into the bar on every single rep. It's so simple and time efficient. You don't need a fancy gym. You're done in 45 minutes. Every pull exercise is improving your pectus posture. I use 3 scientifically proven time-saving techniques that I always do nowadays to make this workout crazy time efficient. Let me explain them real quick. These are myo-reps, antagonist supersets and drop sets. I'm doing myo-reps here. So you just do an activation set to failure, then take a short 20 to 30 second rest, then go again to failure. Repeat this a few times. And I'm wearing the rib flare brace this whole time. Studies show brace alone gives a 54% correction rate for your rib flare and pectus. And when you exercise with it, research shows 77% success rate. That's a free 23% just for working out with it. Always wear straps for back exercises. Your grip failing shouldn't be the thing stopping a back set. These are super cheap and every gym has them. Next is the incline push-ups. You do drop set for these. This is the antagonist superset thing I'm talking about. Your back is resting and your chest is working now. Make sure you go as deep as you can. Feel that bottom stretch, don't rush it. Research is constantly showing that putting the target muscle in a lengthened position is far more effective for building muscle than shortening your reps. These are my favorite pectus exercises at the moment. You don't need to set up a barbell, put plates on and off the bar. With deficit push-ups, you can go to failure each time without worrying about the bar crushing your chest. Here I'm doing the third and final time-saving technique, and that is drop sets. Here I'm dropping to normal deficit push-ups to failure. And then I get on my knees until I can't do anymore. Look how quick this is. You can't do this with a barbell bench press. It would take you a lot of time. This is also an antagonist superset, a second time saving technique I always use. Research shows this can cut training time by 50% with no loss in results. So you just pull first, then push, then legs, and you repeat. That's the whole idea. These three things are why this is 45 minutes and not an hour and a half. I put on about 15 kilos, nothing crazy. Belt squats, you do myoreps here. This isn't a heavy leg day. Here's why I love belt squats. The key advantage over a barbell squat is zero actual load on your spine and chest. The load hangs on your hips. Your torso stays upright. Your breathing stays completely unrestricted, and the brace doesn't interfere at all. And here is the part that makes this directly relevant to Pectus. When you reach the bottom and take a deep breath, you're generating internal chest pressure. The brace is applying external compression at the same time. You're training your legs and correcting your chest at the same time. I like doing this as lengthened partials. Go to failure until you can't move from the ground anymore. Take a quick rest and crank out a few reps to failure. Repeat it again. I don't chase a specific number. When it gets above 15 reps, I add weight next session. Intensity matters more than hitting a number. Take as much rest as you need. Your cardiovascular fitness will improve over time. Don't force it. Next is calf raises. You do a drop set here, and instead of standing, doing nothing, I'm doing calf raises now. I put a simple foam roller that I cut in the middle under my toes, and it's more natural than a stair step. Follows the curve of your foot. Research is clear. Calves grow in a lengthened position. Deep stretch at the bottom is where the stimulus is. Most people bounce at the top and wonder why their calves can't grow. Strip the weight off and go to failure again. No extra time added to the workout. And calves are probably the only leg muscle that shows when you wear shorts. Next, I'm doing weighted pull-ups. You do a drop set for these. As you can see, I'm wearing my straps during the workout. I just like to put them on and use them when needed. If you're not comfortable with that, you can take them off when they're not needed. From a Pectus standpoint, developing a wide upper back does two things. First, it pulls your shoulders into proper retraction. Second, it creates a visual frame around your chest. Wide back and shoulders changes how your whole upper body looks. First, you will do the weighted pull-ups with a belt, starting from a bench so I can drop the belt mid-set. That's the drop set mechanic right there. You go to failure first weighted. Here I did 2 more pausing at the bottom in the lengthened position. Now drop the belt. Three clean bodyweight reps. Two more lengthened. Now I'm doing the negative only. The legs help me get up and I lower myself as slow as I can. Five negatives. This is how I started doing pull-ups when I first started training. I watched Scooby workout videos and he recommended doing this technique. If you can't do any pull-ups, just get a chair and do them like that until you can do your first pull-up. Next is the Pectus dip. This is a drop set. This technique modification is what makes it corrective for Pectus rather than just a chest exercise. Standard dips performed upright are mainly a tricep exercise. The moment you lean forward, as I'm putting my feet up on a bench behind me to force that lean, you shift the weight onto the pec major, and at the bottom of the movement, with your sternum dropping towards the floor, that's mechanically the most relevant position for Pectus. Wait at first, slow at the bottom, feel your chest open up on every rep. The pec fibers along your sternum and lower ribs are the exact fibers that lift a sunken chest according to a study by Stuart Yeat King. Don't rush this one. Lean more forward than normal. The more your chest stretches, the bigger the pectus benefit. Rest until you are ready. Next up is Romanian deadlifts to upright rows. This is a drop set. I like doing this with kettlebells. You will hit two birds with one stone. It loads your hamstrings in a lengthened position. Maximum hip flexion at the bottom is where the hamstring is most stretched. It loads your hamstrings in a lengthened position. Maximal hip flexion at the bottom is where the hamstring is most stretched. The upright row at the top hits your traps and rear delts, the muscle responsible for shoulder retraction and upright posture. With the heaviest dumbbells, do them until you can't do upright rows anymore, then finish with just the Romanian deadlifts. Next, drop to the lighter one. And finally, drop to the lightest, just Romanian deadlifts to finish. Take a slightly longer rest here. This is a demanding combination. Feel free to take the straps off, no need for them on this one. Next up is ab wheel rollouts. You'll do mile reps with this one. So, knees on the mat. So you just take a short mile rep rest, just a few seconds. Then I did 5 more. Then 3 to complete failure. My abs were burning as hell. Dumbbell flies. You're doing a drop set here. When you perform flies with a full stretch at the bottom, you're loading the sternocostal fibers at their maximum length. The research on lengthened partial training is clear. Every single rep fly is directly pulling your chest wall outward, according to Stuart G. King's study. There's almost no resistance at the top when the weights come together, which is why you're training these as a lengthened partial, staying in the bottom half of the range. You're not missing anything by going all the way up. Honestly, I could have done better here, but I was cooked. Next up is the dumbbell pullover. You're doing a drop set here. It's probably the most underrated exercise out there. Drop your hips down. This gives you an unlimited chest stretch. Great for that V-taper that takes the attention away from your pectus. Side bends. You'll do another drop set here. This exercise is also super underrated. Literally nobody does this. If you have rib flare and pectus, as most of us do, tight muscles along the sides of your torso are pulling your lower ribs outwards. Lateral raises. Do drop sets here. Go as high as possible on every single rep. You'll get free trap activation at the top. From a Pectus standpoint, wide shoulders change everything visually when you have Pectus. They take the attention away from your Pectus. I literally do them every workout and I've never been sore. CC squats. It's best to do my reps here. These are also super underrated. Honestly, better than leg extensions because you load the quads in a lengthened position. So, belt squats, calf raises, Romanian deadlifts, and these cover the legs in less than 10 minutes. biceps. You're doing a drop set here. I'm getting super repetitive here, but these are super underrated too and nobody does them. This movement combines a Bayesian curl and a preacher curl, the two most effective bicep exercises according to research. You don't need to set up a complicated cable machine and take the entire machine just for you to do Bayesian curls. Just grab some dumbbells and a bench and blast your biceps. I was completely done by this point, but it doesn't matter, just make sure you give it all. And finally, the overhead tricep extension. Grab the same weights you used for the biceps. Look how quickly it takes from one exercise to the other. These type of workouts allow you to get super high amount of volume in just a short time. And that's the full session. If you want the exact rib flare brace that I'm wearing or want to get coached by me, the links are in the description. See you in the next one.